Well, the young men, five of them and three of them that are right here, they were racially profiled on Allegiant Airlines coming from, Arizona to Stockton, of young men playing basketball. They were in the airliner. They was told to, to put their mask up because one of them, some of them had their mask kind of down, like down towards their nose, and they applied. They complied to what the stewardess asked, and just the stewardess was giving them the understanding of why they need to do that and be cleared, and they properly said okay, and moved on with that. Where then another flight attendant came a few seconds later and just really digged into these young men and kind of pointed out all of them and said, all you guys are off. You guys got to go. You've been disruptive. You've been belligerent. You've been disrespectful. We've talked to you before. And this particular time, CJ, he was, listening to like some music, and he kind of took off his headphones, was like, well, what's going on right now? You know what I mean? In the sense of like, why are we getting kicked off the plane? And again, the unfortunately, the flight attendant was saying that because they've become unruly. And now this particular time, other folks on the airplane were saying, wait, what are you talking about? These kids are okay. They haven't done anything that exceeds them to be getting kicked off the airplane, excuse me. And then eventually police were called. They were told not to record or they would get arrested by one of the flight attendants, and four police officers basically hauled them off. They weren't aggressive, but it was a traumatic situation for them to see 4 to 5 police officers pull up and now are telling some young teenagers to get off the plane, as other passengers were telling them, don't go get off because you didn't do anything wrong. And they were left stranded inside the airport, no money. Thank goodness some good stewards in the airplane gave them some money. But if that didn't happen, they were left with no money, no way to get home to Sacramento, and they were stranded in an airport that was already closing, and that was the last flight to come back home from Arizona to Stockton to get picked up by their family. So family was ready to go get them picked up in Stockton.
The other attendants went up to my teammates and said, "Can you guys put your mask on correctly?" Because it was slightly under the nose. So then they moved it up above their nose. And then a few seconds later, she came and she was like, "Get off." She pointed at me, Brian, and my other teammates, and she said, "Get off the plane right now." And she was like yelling at us. And it was just, we were just all confused. And then when we were about to get up, the people, the witnesses and stuff, they was like, "No, sit down because you guys have done nothing wrong. You guys can't, you can't do this because we're minors."